In a quaint, secluded village nestled amidst dense forests, a musician named Elias made his home. His craft? The violin, and he played it with a skill that won the hearts of all who heard. But one day, while delving into the mysteries of his new abode's basement, he stumbled upon an artifact of old, a violin. But this was no typical instrument. Covered in a layer of dust and time, it bore strange symbols, whispering tales of vanished musicians who dared to play its strings. Warnings of its dark history fell on deaf ears, for Elias was entranced. On a still night he took the violin, and a melody was born from its strings. It was a tune of sorrow, of darkness, unlike anything Elias had ever played. As the haunting notes spread, the lights stuttered and the air chilled. A sinister presence began to lurk in the corners of the room. He was no longer alone. In the mirror before him, a figure materialized. A man with a face twisted in an eerie grimace, eyes devoid of light, mirroring Elias's actions. But it wasn't Elias. He ceased his playing, yet the melody persisted, growing in intensity. The violin had a life of its own, and Elias's fingers were bound to its strings. Suddenly, darkness consumed the room. A voice, rough and low, whispered, "You have awakened me." The walls shivered and screams echoed from a distance. Elias attempted to flee, but his feet betrayed him. The mirror no longer mirrored him, but instead showed glimpses of a grim past. Other musicians, each ensnared by the cursed violin, vanishing into an unending void. Elias fought to release the violin, but it clung to him. The melody surged, spiraling into a frenzy as a cold hand seized his throat. In the mirror, his face morphed. His features faded, replaced by the hollow black eyes and a grotesque smile. When dawn broke, the villagers found the violin abandoned on the floor. Elias had vanished. The room was barren, save for the mirror, which now reflected a shadowy figure still playing in the darkness. And henceforth, any who dared to touch that violin would hear the melody of darkness beckoning them.